What is Jensen doing? What is Jensen doing, man? Oh my god, he can clutch the whole fight for his team. No, man, it's so terrible to blind pick Galio mid. Just go Galio support. Maybe it sucks for bot lane. Can't you just pick, like, you have Ryze, Lucian, Bend. Can't you just pick Azir? Azir mid or TF? Azir, TF, fucking Syndra is really good into their comp because you have Kai'Sa and Alistar and Gnar. Syndra is insane. If you know enemy top doesn't play Jax, I really think it's better to just go Camille TF. Let them go Ryze on 3. And then ban out tops. And if they don't pick Ryze, you just ban away Ryze Lucian or Ryze Azir. If they pick an 80 top especially, then you're burger chilling. I really think that Galio should not have gone mid.
You can also knock Camille.
That sounds terrible to me. What did last pick?
Okay.
Yon?
Oh,
Yeah, Galio is going to struggle in that lane if he goes TP. Yeah, he goes TP. Okay, so I think EG have mid prio. Obviously, Alphari is the win condition for this comp if you're playing Nidalee, Galio, Leona with Camille. They need to play through top for sure. Yeah, mid prio. I think EG will have bot prio too because they have Kai'Sa. So they have 3 prio lanes really. That's kind of cracked. Especially when you're playing Lilia into Nidalee. 3 prio lanes is pretty insane. Okay, both junglers full cleared. Now it's a top crab contest. It's a 2v2. Impact's dead, isn't he? Oh my god, man. How does he get chunked out so hard and not able to crash the wave? Wait, he just gets hit by a Camille E from max range. I feel like he needs to jump or flash this. Okay, that just sucks. Lilia gets top grab. Nidalee bases for tempo. Top catches the wave. Both TP's back coming in, right? Yeah. Santrin's counter jungling his Krugs. It's the Krug respawn. I think Santrin ran through Raptors first, right? So yeah, contested the Raptors on the map and then he knows that Santrin is going to top side. I mean, it's not the best play. They didn't take their Krugs. Top is frozen still though. That's the biggest thing that TL's playing around here. They're playing around the top freeze. That's why Ignar's coming. Taking the jungle camp would have been really good. Oh my god. I guess he dies anyway though. Oh my god, they could have just gone 2 for 0. What is that spear, man? I feel like if he hits this spear, just wait for the Leona stun, hit the spear. I mean, this is not really a point to talk about. Pro players don't talk about these points with their team. They just say like, yeah, I misplayed, move on. Of course, he has hit that spear. Leona gets a double, which kind of sucks. But the play was good by CoreJJ because top wave's frozen. Impact finally crashes top wave. CoreJJ is back top, and he can do this. He can afford to do this because bot lane's been 1v1 anyway, so... What does he have to be scared of, right? His AD carry can't get dove. The wave's in an even state. Camille hits 6. Yeah. Nar's fucking out of it. Mechanical points in ROD reviews are useless. Because of course, if you played it better, then the situation would be completely different. But this is the situation we're in. It could happen again. Let's go over this. Because you actually have the snowball effect of it, because the game plays out, right? There's no point questioning, wondering, like, oh, if I played this better, we could do this, that. Yeah, it's fine, think about it, but it's nothing to tunnel on. Like, in that case, yes, TL could have gotten 2 for 0 for free, and yes, they could have given kills to Santrin and Alphari instead, but that didn't happen. Leona gets Mobius and Ruby Crystal instead. 2 kills. Let's see how the game goes. Why did they start Dragon? Top has Prio, and he's moving down. Then they start Drake. What do they think they can do? Just because they have mid push, they can start it. Kai'Sa can easy join the fight. Yeah, they have to give this. What they should have done here is they should have just ran mid as 3. Like Leona can run mid here with Jensen and Santrin, and they just push the next mid wave in. That's there, you see it right there? This mid wave here. There is a mid wave here, you just can't see it. But they should just 3-man push this wave in and then wait for top push and then start Drake. Doesn't make sense to start Drake when enemy top is out of the game and it gets 1 wave prio finally. Like, TL can have 3 prio lanes here, because if you have double side lane prios and a winning jungle, then you're always going to get mid prio as well, because they can always collapse first. Ojizuka can never step up. So their timing on waves was terrible here at start Drake. They just give it for free, which kind of sucks when you're stomping the early game. My point here was, this Dragon start is terrible because your top lane's winning and your top lane bases. That means enemy top gets 1 wave of top prio in a losing matchup. So this is the only wave that Impact can impact the map on. Because look, push in top and you can move into river. And there's a mid wave. There's a mid wave here, look. The mid wave's crashing and they're trying to start Drake when mid wave's not pushed. Bot wave's not even crashed yet either. So essentially they have like no prio lanes in this point in the game. Even though they have 3 winning lanes, because obviously, like I said, mid lane might not be in prio with them. Like, I think Jizuke gets prio 1v1 against Jensen. But TL have winning top, winning bot, and winning jungle. So if you have winning sides and winning jungle, it doesn't matter if you're fucking Soraka mid versus Teemo. It doesn't matter if you're AFK, DC, or anything. Mid prio is in your favor no matter what, because they all collapse first. They should have waited here. They should have just gone mid as 3. These 3 should have just gone mid right now. Pushed in this wave, because Ignar can't join. Then Alphari pushes out top, and then they can start Drake on the next wave. So I think that they just made a big mistake here. And then EG can just push in the waves, collapse, Impact's already hovering, no TP on Alphari. They have to give it up. So top lane is the win condition of the team. Jensen's leaning with ult. I think Jizuke knows he's leaning, so he's trying to match it. He's probably saying to Impact right now, hey, they're gonna fucking ult you right now. Maybe Impact thinks he can get Mega Gnar. Yeah, here's the counterplay. Boom. There's nothing he can do. He's just dead. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, there's no counterplay to that. I mean, the only counterplay is he gets told earlier. Or like here, for example, he needs to just back off his tower. I mean, it sucks because he's going to be like 2 levels down if he does this. But the only real way that he can save this play is if he backs off. What he should do is Impact just has to jump away, wait for Ignar to run top, and then just cover him. Okay, this is a 5v5. I think EG are just losing the game here. It's a straight 5v5. And TL, I mean, it's hard for Alphari to join the fight, I guess, because they do have Mega Gnar, Alistar, and Yone. Plus, everyone has sums up, so it's really fucking hard for him to do anything, especially if Galio ult is down and his ult is down. I don't know how actually they can get on any of the backline. And they're really, really split. Maybe it's not a good idea to fight this, I think, if you have 0 ults. Especially if you do that. How do they even get control over this topside river? I think the mistake here is Core JJ should not have gone bot. This is the mistake right there. This Herald is theirs. They don't have ults, but this Herald is theirs. But the mistake is on support right now, I think. I think support should be either re-ganking top here to force top prio, or she's hovering here. But Nidalee's base timing is the problem. Why is Nidalee basing? Nidalee needs to base right now. Now, if his whole team is basing, AD's basing, support's basing, mid just base, top's basing as well, and jungle is just staying on the map trying to contest river vision when his whole team's in base, and he's leashing blue buff, makes no sense. I think that the jungle should have based earlier, and then they can sit on this pink, and the enemy team can't do anything. Then this Herald is free. And support jungle should have stayed top. 2 big mistakes. Jungle doesn't base properly, and support jungle are split. My way of seeing this is jungle bases now with his team, runs out of base with his team. Jungle supports run up here to contest topside vision, and then blue buff, who gives a fuck about blue buff, and then they keep the Herald control. And then when Lilia does this with the sweep ring on the plant, you just clear out the pinks, and then she can't walk in. It's impossible. She does this, she dies. And you're having full Herald control, and Alistar is dizzy. And then they can't dive bot because you have double TP. So if you want this Herald, you can get it. There is a play where they can get this Herald. You have double TP to cover bot. Tacticals can sit in bot lane and push in the waves. And if EG stay there and try and dive him, TPs come in. And if EG try and contest Herald, they're face checking and they die. The problem is this fight, there's no vision control for a TL. They can't stop them on a face check. And they're already late to the play. So this fight's terrible. I don't even have to see what happens. This fight sucks. Okay, the engage was terrible. Okay. Alphari is trying to find his angle. What is Jensen doing? What is Jensen doing, man? Oh my god, he can clutch the whole fight for his team. Why isn't Galio just going in with Core JJ? Galio should just flash now and hold W. If Galio flashes in the middle right now and holds W, the game's over. Why isn't Galio going in with Leona? Leona goes in. It's not a good engage, but it's good to just fight because they're clumped up. Like, Core JJ sees the play. Yes, he misses deftly, but it's still a good play. But Galio needs to flash in now and hold W. And then the game's over, because Tactical will just kill everyone. He can proc his passive, and Alphari can go in. Oh my god, man. It's such a misplay. This fight is actually winnable. Oh my god, man. Oh my god, Jensen griefed it. I mean, their setup was bad. They were late to the play. Even though they had full control, and now they just gave... What, they give 2 kills? 3 kills? Okay, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Doesn't matter too much. I just think that Galio could have won this fight. It's just think miscommunication, maybe? I don't know. Jensen needs to know that he has no ult, so he's not... what is he waiting for? What is he waiting for here? Is he waiting for a tactical to just kill everyone or something? He uses his Q, auto attacks, and he flashes E's and W's. Okay. He flashes him with W, he'll get cancelled by Alistar or Gnar. I don't think so. I think he gets at least 2 or 3 people, and then the fight is actually playable, because then I think Alfari can go in. But still, that fight is really hard to win. But if he wants to win it, then he has to do it. And if your team goes in, you have to go in with them. If you wait around, you've lost the fight. I think Galio should have just flashed in. Or even E'd. He didn't even need to flash. He could just E onto the Gnar and hold W. Or he can also do the Magic Felix, which is like flash in and E backwards. Here, like he can just flash forwards and then E this way onto his team. But he'll knock up Gnar and then he'll still get a taunt. I think he can engage there. Whatever, this fight sucks, but he could have played it way better, I think. He's the one that misplayed it, in my opinion. I guess they're playing for, what? Diving top? I don't know if diving top is the play at this point. I guess it's fine, yeah. He's gonna live. It's pretty shit then, isn't it? I don't like this play at all. Doesn't make sense to play for tier 2 top in my books. What the fuck was that Yone flash? It doesn't make sense to play into Gnar's lane because he's already out of the game. Like, they're using their utility to shut down the Gnar and get top tier 2, which is fine. Maybe I'm wrong here, but isn't it better to just keep top push, put 2 pink wards in their jungle, and then just keep forcing mid dives? Because I feel like they're not using all the resources on the map, right? You have bot prio, because you have a winning bot. You have a winning bot lane. Your jungle is pretty even against enemy jungle. Your top lane is smashing, and your mid's losing. But your mid can clear evenly. Look, Galio can get prio lanes on Yone's bases, or if his team's around. I feel like Camille can just push in top, and jungle can hover around mid. Support can push in bot, and then they can just keep collapsing mid. And just keep controlling the game forever. But like this, even if they kill him here, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Something feels wrong about this play. I mean, even EG can cover this play like this. And yes, it sucks, they only went 1 for 1, but it's still, they defend the play. Look at, I just feel like TL's bot lane is just... They're shifting to mid to cover the wave, but there's just nothing, there's not achieving anything here, even though they're so far ahead. Oh well, it's still winnable though, because your Camille is so fed. But Gnar is just kind of even on XP, because you're playing into the Camille lane so much. I feel like you play into the Camille lane in the early game, which is good. But I feel like playing into the Camille game after tier 1 top is not that great. Just let Camille play into your lanes. Like, you can just dive this Yone. He's one-shotted. Camille ult, Galio ult, that guy's dead. Like this, for example, right now, this is how the game should be in my books. Look, top's pushed in. Look at the ward. Oh, look at this, man. Look what Alfari does. Double vision, double wards in top side. Top's pushed into infinity. And now Jizuke has to give up mid prio because top's missing and he can jump over the wall. Look where Jizuke has to stand because he's scared of a Camille. And then you just do this and your support's moving mid. This is what I think TL need to do. But this is how TL needs to play the game. Top pushes in, bot pushes in. Move to mid. And then either dive mid or play for neutrals. Camille can rotate the Drake. Leona can rotate the Herald. Drop one wave. Doesn't matter. This Gnar is never getting top push against TM at Camille. That wave is staying on his tier 2. And he's going to have to TP to every play. So this is what the game should look like. Jensen should be pushing in mid right now. Jizuke will be under tower. Ignar has to run around. Impact has to run around. They keep losing CS. This is how the game should work, I think. Full shift bot also works. Yeah, I think full shift bot works, but enemy top has TP. So it could go horribly wrong. So I don't know if I like that too much. I just think shifting mid is the best way to do it. Isn't it? Because you'll always have numbers advantage. Whereas a bot play, they can always double TP and it's 5v5. Oh, this is a good play. This is a good play. If your support is here, I think this play is much different from the other play because they're not investing as much resources and they're keeping tempo on the map because they're not dropping mid and bot. Look, the mid is defended and they have numbers advantage. Support moves here because of bot lane. This play was good. This one was much different to the other one just because of the tempo they have. And now they won't die. Like the control, it's so much better than the last one. Even though I think diving top is not the best play, it's a fine play. I still think playing into mid is best, but these kind of opportunities are good. Because if you're in the same situation as what you are here, if you keep this in mind, if Jensen can push in mid and keep this in a tier 2 and a tier 1, Leona can move up and down the map as she wants. Literally, that's all she can do. And this guy is always safe in bot because you'll have double TP up. But the TPs were just wasted earlier on. Because of the bad plays. But when we went back to the other situation where you had like this situation you have double TP. From here. But because this fight sucked, Jensen wastes TP. It's fine actually because he has a global. But Alfari also wastes TP. I feel like I don't like that at all. This is also another thing they can do with top prio. Instead of shifting all the way to bot, this is what they can also do in a sense. Yes, they have double TP, but I guess this works better than shifting down. It's just basing. Just push in top to tier 2 base and run bot and just gank them. Or just go into their jungle. Because who expects a Camille to be here? Like this. This is a good play. Now, the only risk here is double TP. I think double TP is really dangerous. So if you shift it all the way down, it sucks. Oh, here it's gonna be the double TP or what? Oh my god. Oh, they're all gonna die, aren't they? Yone doesn't even need TP, he's here. Oh no. Oh, his stopwatch. Oh, Nidalee jumped in. Oh no. This is the problem with long shifting bot when you have a winning top. Double TP. Now you either play to bait TPs or you just play around the TPs. That's why I think playing around mid is way better with winning sides. Like, it feels like TL have 2 winning side lanes and a global mid, and they're just playing into the side lanes instead of playing into mid. Yes, mid has the global, but I think that if you just collapse with your sides, it doesn't matter if you have a global mid. Just play to mid, get mid tier 1, and then go 1-3-1, and then you can play around your global. Like, they're so fed in the early game. Whatever, this place sucks. Yeah, then now the game's kind of hard. Because they have 4 champs, which do a lot of damage. It sounds so basic when I say this, but basically they have 4 champs to do a lot of damage, and Alphari can't build tank items for at least 2 more items. He needs Stair XGA until he's... or just put global on side. Yeah, I mean, actually maybe there's a world where when top is winning this hard and he takes top tier 1, maybe you could just put your bot lane mid. Is that better? And then just leave Galio bot, but he doesn't have TV. Nah, no way, you don't do that. Galio has to stay mid, I think. TL want to play around their globals, but they need to push in sides before they can do that. I feel like their base timings are so weird. They keep mid prio for 1 wave. No, they never get mid prio actually. But they lose the side because Yone is so fed. Looks so wrong here. How can enemy team just run it down mid? Why is no one clearing mid wave? What a team's doing? Galio abandons mid wave and your AD goes to red and your top lane's going bot? Why? Why is no one covering mid? Okay, enemy team runs it down mid, gets mid tier 1. Okay, we'll allow that because they got a pick, right? The kill tactical. Okay, we'll allow that. We'll allow them to run it down mid and take the tier 1 because there's someone dead. That's fine. Okay, now Galio needs to go bot, or someone needs to go bot, and then someone needs to take over top, but someone also needs to cover mid. Wait, what is going on here? So, okay, so top AD base, AD runs bot, top gets cancelled, then he takes 1 wave bot, Alphari bases and is run bot. Okay, so either Jensen stays mid and drops top wave so that Tactical can get red, or Tactical and Core JJ stay mid so they can cover this mid wave. And then Jensen hovers around. No matter what, Jensen has to stay here and Tactical has to stay here. Until Camille can push bot. So Jensen pushes out top and they'll get top prio. They will also get mid prio on this wave if they just right click mid. Yes, they don't know where enemy bot lane is, so maybe they think that they're staying. They're trying to gank bot. Don't tell me they lose the mid push. Ah! Now they're gonna try and fight Drake through bot. Yeah, TL's setup of objectives is it's terrible. The Herald especially was fucking horrible. Look, there's this thing in League where it's like in pro teams where if you're setting up an objective, there's a time limit. If it's spawning in 3 minutes, okay, you can probably base. If it's spawning in 2 minutes, okay, you can probably base. If it's spawning in like 1 minute, 1 minute 30 to 1 minute, and your whole team's already reset, you're not allowed to base. It doesn't matter if you're getting it. If you have 5k gold in your inventory, I don't give a shit. You're not allowed to base. Doesn't make any sense. You have to be on this Drake or on this Nash, and you have to keep our control. Because if one person bases and the enemy team walks up and you can't stop them from walking into river, then everything's just fucked. And this applies to the first Herald, where their bases were just really weird to the point where EG just get it. Like, your whole team bases, and jungle stays to leash blue and contest a pink in topside river. And then your jungle bases, your support's late to the play, and then they just get full control over Herald. Why? Well, you're so far ahead. Jungle base for a blasting wand. A blasting wand is what costs you this Herald and this whole fight. Just because you based. So EG have 2 sides pushing into them now, so they have to fight. So TL can just chill. If TL stall this for like 30 seconds, then they're actually in a good spot. They don't really have to engage. Jensen can push mid, just don't get engaged on. Let them start it. Maybe you can get into a bad position. Why are they walking up, man? I feel like they're griefing. How can Alistar get in range to combo? How is Alistar allowed to get in range to combo? I don't get it. You have 2 pushing sides and Jensen's mid. The call here should just be, okay, just wait. I'm pushing mid. Wait, don't walk up. Wait, just chill. Just chill. And then Jizuke gets this. I don't get that. And then because they did this, Galio ult is used defensively to stop the engage, to disengage. And then when the Camille re-engages, where's the follow-up? Everyone's completely AFK. He just gets one shot. Imagine they had Galio ult for this play. I think that it could have been way better. So I can understand why they're impatient, but I just think that the fundamentals are just wrong. I don't know. The objectives especially are just, something's wrong there. Tier 2 towers in general, apart from mid. Side lane tier 2 towers are just the most useless towers in the game. If they're free, take them. Don't get me wrong. But they are really useless. Especially in the early game. Okay, they kill Jizuke. They go 5-man top together to get full vision control, because enemy team use all their tempo to try and catch out Alfari. They identify this. Let's get full Nash control. Wait, could they not start Baron actually? Am I wrong by saying that? I guess they could double TP. Don't they have a really good Baron window? Just flip it. The game's fucking lost anyway. Just go rush Nash. Maybe they didn't have the information of... I don't think they had the information of Kai'Sa Alistar. They only saw Lilia Nar. Yeah, push in, get full vision topside, base together. Yeah, good play. Coordinated resets. TL using their tempo well. And then Jizuke is just completely sprinting it on that base. Dies. Cool, now push out bot. Okay, TL actually have some pushing lanes now. They have some control of the game. Won't change anything, I think, for the game state. When EG group up, the game's kind of lost. They can just start Baron and turn, I think. They can just start Nash and turn, I think. Yeah, there's nothing TL can do. Give it. And fight Elder, I guess. TL try to get bot side vision here for the Elder Drake. But EG just played it smart. You guys can get Elder. We'll fucking end the game. Go base now. They base, let's run, retake the control. It's good that Core JJ stays so they can find an engage, but they have to find a really good engage because Alfari is quite far. Ah, they have good position. Where's Galio? He's behind the ult. They have good position here, but the problem is they're so far behind and there's GAs, so ult misses. It does hit on the Sven's clear and he has a stopwatch though, so yeah, tactical gets turned on. Oh, it's just misplay. Tactical has to flash over this combo. He has to flash this combo. I would say. But also, it was a bit early. I think they could have stayed here for longer. Actually, no, they're sweeping. They have to go in. The Alistar is sweeping, so they had to engage. It doesn't matter. Even if Samira flashes this combo, there's really no way they can win this fight. So yeah, GG. Interesting game. Yeah, I think this game came down to base timings, setting up objectives properly, and snowballing your winning lane. I feel like when you have a winning lane that's snowballed to the point of like, okay, I stomp in 1v1, there's really no need to invest resources in it. In terms of like snowballing it further. It doesn't make sense to push it further. Like you can just use your top prio and your top tower, enemy top tower being down for perma topside tempo. You cannot lose topside ever again because they have no tower and he can push in with Tiamat. So no matter what, that Gnar is under his tier 2 for the rest of the game. And Camille is running up and down topside river, so you'll never lose Herald either. And you can always dive mid whenever you want. And the only way enemy top can respond is TP. The only way you fuck up is either you make a mistake by overreaching for the dive. Or you drop tempo, like they did. They just dropped way too much tempo on topside and then the enemy team just walked in and no one was stopping them. Just know that like you can take this into your solo queue game. Let's imagine you guys are a top laner in this game. Or you're a support. If you're really fed as top laner, and you're 2-0-3 and you take top tower, I think that, well, I won't really, this is not blaming Alfari at all, this is a team game, so I think the team was shot calling for this play. I think that Camille just needs to play into mid all the time and Nar sits on a tower, control all of this jungle. This Lilia is not allowed to farm topside, and if they try to cross map, you just save your double TP for it. But because they lost the Herald fight, because they dropped tempo here, even though actually they're ahead in tempo. Their bot lane is first to play, their mid is first to play, but their jungle is so fucking late that Lilia can walk in. And top lane has to give up prio because jungle's topside and his jungle isn't. So if Nidalee... Do you understand what I mean by if Nidalee stays on the map here, TL lose nothing. TL lose absolutely nothing here. If Nidalee stays here, sweeps out whatever, shows herself, and Camille pushes in, which she can easily do, then this Herald is never going to EG ever. Ever. Doesn't matter what ults you have up. You have full control of the map. This base loses Herald. Yes, you have to argue that EG is flipping it a little bit here, but they have a good chance because Nar can get top push for once in the game. Mid has tempo because of the TP and can push in the wave, and Alistar's first to play because Leona went bot. But this would never happen. He can never flip it if Nidalee is chilling here and actually forcing him out. Yes, CoreJJ did not need to go to this bot wave and he could have stayed around mid, but I think he's doing it because his jungle's basing. So yeah, if you're a top laner like this situation and you have TP up, I think playing into mid is better to try and snowball other lanes. But because they lost Herald and wasted TPs, it's really awkward. So that's why, I think that's why TL tunneled. My guess here is, now I've never watched this game or talked to any of the players, but my guess of why they're playing into top tier 2 is because they have no TPs. And top has TP. So that's why they probably don't want to play into shifting into bot. But I think playing into mid is better when you have bot prio as well. Like they have bot push and top push. Yes, you don't have TPs, just play into mid. Because if you play into top, then bot can still get dove, so it doesn't make sense.